Yo, it's your boy Trevor David Jones back in the game. Another video review. My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 10, Light Fades to Rain. And I'll tell you something. This is actually the best episode in the season so far. If you saw it, then you know. So let's jump right in. So it opens with Deku speeding across the water, doing his best Goku impression, trying to get to the fight. Okay? I'm gonna need Deku to hurry up. He needs to get there, you know. They can't do nothing. But moving on. So going back to Shigaraki in the quote-unquote coffin in the sky, you know, the big three emerge. The big three. It's just big me. Anyways, yeah, Lemillion, Sun Eater, and Nejire, they show up. They're ready to fight, you know what I'm saying? Shigaraki, OP. We'll get into that though. But they're ready to fight. They emerge. So that was hype. That was hype. Shigaraki standing there with his little foot on his head of Bakugo, just disrespecting my man. So it was cold, you know. It was a messed up scene, but he was trying to flex. He was trying to flex. So they finally show up. And my man Sun Eater. See, the big three are interesting because they are strong. Except Nejire. No, I'm kidding. No, Nejire's cool. She's cool. Nah, she's cool. She's cool. So the big three are strong, bro. So Sun Eater opens up with an attack. His, what's it called? Y'all know what it's called. Dynamic Hydra. I'm just like making words up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Vast emergence. Y'all know. But he uses a combo of like a crab and a scorpion and hits Shigaraki with some poison, like dead in his arm. I had to pause the episode. Any other, like, anyone, that attack would have killed him on the spot. It would have been a one-shot. I was like, Sun Eater is actually OP, like, just some sort of, like, scorpion, like, yeah, it would have been donezo. He's really about that life. But apparently, Shigaraki's body can adapt. That's what it's actually doing, it's adapting. So a mouth appears on his arm and it just spits out the poison like nothing happened. I was like, what are you going to do? You know, good offense, better defense. But anyways, yeah, its body just quote unquote adapts and just spits the poison out. Okay. So it had no effect. It had no effect. So Lemillion comes through and, you know, Lemillion is one of my favorite heroes. My favorite hero in the show is, you know, I guess is Deku. I was going to say All Might, but, you know, he's like in an advisory role. But active heroes, obviously, is Deku. But Lemillion's up there. So he emerges doing his phasing routine and just saves Bakugo. Boom. Just gets him out of Shigaraki's clutches. And, you know, he brings him over by Best Jeanist. And they start having this talk. And come to find out, this man Lemillion has some talk no jutsu abilities. He starts talking about, why are you trying to destroy it to Shigaraki? He's like, because you ain't had no friends? I'm going to get to that in a second, though. So we go over back to Bakugo. And this man is knocked out, bro. Like, knocked out. But he's crying. Tears. Best Jeanist is like, I got you. You know, we're going to heal you up. But in the midst of his tears, Bakugo starts doing his best, his Rain Man routine. He's like, you know, 3 units to the left, counterattack, like literally plotting out Shigaraki's moves while he's like unconscious. Obviously, I laughed at that part. You watch it, it's insane. So they're like, he's still plotting a strategy. Yeah, wild. So he's doing his Rain Man, and we cut back to Lemillion and Shigaraki, and like, Lemillion has talk no jutsu abilities. Apparently, he's like, you went this way because you didn't have any friends. Shigaraki lost it, bro. We never saw him lose it like this in the whole show. He had a flashback and saw a little kid named Tamura. I've seen the whole show, so I should know who that is. Y'all know who that is. But he went crazy. He's like, oh, no, you know, blah, blah, were nice to me. Never seen a crack in Shigaraki's armor. And Lemillion, for whatever reason, he's like, oh, you know, he kind of lost it. I need to like back off. I was like, no, keep doing that. Like, whatever, you keep hitting him with the talk no jutsu is going to unravel him. But he didn't. But Lemillion, he has some talk no jutsu abilities. So there you go. So during the midst of the fight, I mean, Shigaraki's got all this crazy stuff going on. They do a flashback. To me, what was essentially was the funniest part of the episode. You know, My Hero's always, it's always going to throw some comedy in there. watch my reviews, my take on that. So they cut back to Nejire's life, and she, when she, funniest part of the episode, she was a kid and was just really trying to be nice. She was like investigating people's quirks, and literally as she was doing that, someone was like, "Hey," and she's like, "What?" They're like, "You have a strong quirk, so you're looking down on us, aren't you?" She was like, "What?" They were like, "You're mean." I replayed that part episode like 3 times. Like, it was hilarious. She was the opposite of mean. Like, they were jealous, but that part is funny, bro. Like, they're like, "Oh, you think you're better than us? You're mean." She was trying to make friends with everyone in the class. Real comedy. Yeah, man. So shout out to the writers. They always know how to get you hyped up. Little comedic scenes. So then we cut back to the main fight, and Bakugo. No, this might be the funniest part. No, the Nejire part was the funniest part. So Bakugo goes straight zombie mode, bro. He's unconscious, but activates like a new ability of his quirk. He didn't quite have the white eyes, but he had like the almost white eyes with the super small pupils, like toast. He was unconscious, and he gets up and starts fighting, bro. Like on some Rock Lee type stuff. Rock Lee. He did his best Rock Lee impression. Bro, he was unconscious and he started fighting. And not only that, he unlocked a new part of his quirk. So his explosions were being released, I guess, inside of his body, and drastically improved his speed to the point that he could dodge Shigaraki's attacks at point blank range. That shouldn't even be possible because, apparently Shigaraki's been elevated to All Might levels. Take that as you will. That's a whole nother... It's almost a plot hole, but that's beside the point. So he's dodging Shigaraki's attacks at point blank range with his new, part of his quirk. Man, while unconscious. Super sick. So while this is happening, I guess what would be the dopest part of the episode would be Sun Eater. The whole episode, it was the best episode of the season so far. So Sun Eater activates, bro. Anyone who watched the show, we always knew Sun Eater could do this. And if you read the manga, that's a whole different story. But if you just know his quirk, it's like, what is the limit to this? I mean, where does it stop? Spoiler alert, it doesn't stop. It might actually be limitless. So he stacks up like 30 different materials and like animal, abilities, and ends up making, and what is the dopest animation of the season, obviously. And it's up there in the series, but definitely of the season, goes into like this kind of like a quasi animal form, like a crab, and makes this bro. This man combined some animal abilities and some other stuff and ended up making a plasma cannon, like a real one. Nah, you can't do nothing to him. It was so tight. Watch it. So he uses plasma cannon, dopest part of the episode. It hurts Shigaraki's his like expanded arms, like the parts that are coming off of him, but it doesn't do anything to his main body. I mean, like not even a scratch, absolutely nothing. So, best part of the episode, one of the best parts of the season, amazing animation. Didn't do nothing. It was disheartening, but for all of us out there, just seeing Sun Eater on that level, it's like, yeah, he really is about that life. Because that scorpion thing in the beginning would have been it was a one shot. It would have killed anyone on the spot. And that plasma cannon, come on, bro. So yeah, that was the dopest part of the episode for sure, and it was supposed to be. Amazing animation as well. So it doesn't hurt him at all. And Bakugo pulls up with his unconscious speed. He even pulls out a little Stardust breaker. If you watch it, he uses a little Stardust action on, tries to hit Shigaraki with it. Doesn't work. That's where we're at right now. Shigaraki's, they've made him about that life. So, yeah, it all comes to pass. They do the little brief flashback with Bakugo. Little brief flashback. Cut to his mom. They show this man's heart. Toast. Flatline. That man Shigaraki charged up the punch. Boom. Hits him dead in his chest. That was it. Killed him on the spot. Bakugo. It was one of the saddest moments of the series, obviously. And this wasn't no like knocked out, he might come back. Nah, man. Unless they can get Eri on the squad. And I don't know if she can resurrect people. you know, she's powerful, but that might be a little too strong. Or get hit girl, healing girl on the squad. Bakugo's gone, man. Shigaraki just took him out. Yeah, it was sad. But like, it was kind of tempered because we know this is the final season, so it's like, you know, some people are gonna go, but like, it was a real sad moment. And that brings the episode to a close. Like, oh, and then they did the flashback where he was you know, thinking about how awesome All Might was, and the ghost of All Might appeared to Bakugo, like the one for all force. And I was like, what are they trying to get at here? But he appeared to Bakugo right before his passing, and Bakugo had his old trading card that he wanted All Might to sign. He dropped it, Agent Coulson style, from the Avengers. I was like, man, they really invoked the Avengers for this? They did. The trading card. Yeah, man. And that brought the episode to a close. And they're just waiting for Deku to get there. That's all they can do. The plasma cannon and, you know, Lemillion's hit, which he augmented with Hado with Nejire's power, and Bakugo's howitzer, his explosion, did not even put a scratch on Shigaraki's body. Not even a scratch. Okay? Like, yeah. They're just waiting for Deku. And Deku should be able to beat him pretty handily, but we'll get to that when we get there. Overall rating for this episode, I'd say like I'll give it a 12 out of 5. An easy 12 out of 5. It was actually great. It wasn't whack at all. It was dope, in fact. It was sick. Best episode of the season. It's like they saved it all for this episode. And this is probably about halfway through the season. So, you know, we got at least, I'd say about 10 more episodes to go at least. Because we haven't even reached the climax yet. Or maybe that was. But, yeah. Best episode of the season so far, easily. It's a must watch. It's my hero. It's going to get you hype. They know what to do. We're all sad to see it go. Yeah, an easy watch. I'm going to see you on the next one. Next week, I'm hyped for this, man. I'm hyped. This show is, it's really about that life. As I always say, stay up. You never want to be this way. Always this way. Stay up. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.